Hello everybody, how's everyone doing today? I am just doing this live update to say congratulations and thank you to Lennox and Addington, Ontario Provincial Police, Spencer Mills, 14716, to ex-chief, now High Commissioner of O.P.P, Shannon CORK, Staff Sergeants, Robert Lucas, Robert KANE, a woman named STACEY, was Daily Tea Company here in NAPANEE, now Kingston, mental health and addictions actually. And then SHELLEY HAFFNER or HUFFNER. Congratulations to Dr. Tatiana V., Lennox and Addington County General Hospital. Stacy's girlfriend. Dr. Joy Hadley, Dr. Barton, Dr. Waldron, Dr. Pritchard, Dr. McGregor, to triage nurses, doctors, Tanya, Terry, and David. Fat Guy, Paladin, Security, to 149 Center Street North, Napanee, Ontario, last known used name, Billy Wooldridge, to Blair Hardy, Tyler Lake, Jay VANALSTINE, Ray, Sam, Michelle, Allie, Bucktooth Bob, the woman on center, and Thomas, side door entrance, the Napanee Crack Shack, Curtis, homeless guy named Mike, approximately 65 years old, Destiny Gilchrist Larrabee, or whatever, Larrabee Gilchrist. You were all guilty of murder and attempted murder, and you are doing it through what I have proven from what is called remote neuromonitoring, police, and military tech, and it is a nano microchip implant destroyed or designed to destroy a person's central nervous system and inside, also used for illegal invasive surveillance. It is being criminally used by the police on victims for human trafficking, identity thefts, for body mutilations. They are guilty of kidnapping, sex assaults, false arrest, medical blacklisting, lies, cover-ups, medical discrimination, time buying, arrest refusals except for on their victims, in an attempt to criminalize their victims and also to deflect their crimes using their badges, positions, credentials, lies, false guise of law to be above suspicion of the crimes that they are committing, the human trafficking, the human sex trade, slavery trafficking, children to pedophiles, adults to sex offenders, drug trafficking, injuring and torturing their victims. I've been seriously skull split, seriously brain injured, and body mutilated. I've had lies against me stating I'm suicidal and a self-harmer, and it is not true in any way, shape, or form. That lie was cast against me in an attempt so I would not be taken serious about the crimes that are taking place with me and by whom, how, and why, which I have proven and can proven. I am the victim of identity theft, identity changes, which I have shown, which I have proven. And I gotta say, congratulations, because this is pretty much done knowing that I cannot get medical help, knowing that there is nothing that I can do. My medical rights have been taken, my legal rights have been taken, and my human rights have been taken. O.P.P and the doctors and everybody involved have assured this crime against me. I am the last of my bloodline. William Bill Wooldridge and Blair Hardy are also guilty of murdering my mother as well back in 2020. Everything against me is premeditated, conspired, and with intent to commit, for the simple reason of me speaking of police crimes here in NAPANEE and others that were taking place out of the mission here, local mission, the homeless human trafficking and the homeless exploitation for monetary gains through charitable means. As I'm doing this right now, I have no feeling. I have been so injured and not being able to do anything about it. I go through this on a daily basis and have been for the past 3 years. I've had probably 50, 60 different people using this remote neuromonitoring on me, deforming me, injuring me, torturing me. They are all money paid, drug fed co-offenders to the police named William Wooldridge, sex offender. He is the one that was stalking children for the ex-chief here in NAPANEE for sex slavery at Tim Hortons daily when he wasn't doing that, and he was stalking my mother, calling my mother mom as well. In between doing it to me, I have illegal prisoner tracking on me through O.P.P. Excuse me. Plus, plus the remote neuromonitoring, which is doing this to me. I get EMFs and radiation pumped into my body constantly. My right side of my body has been completely destroyed. While not being able to get help, I was falsely charged through the hospital and the doctors. They co-conspired for me, wanting them charged and arrested for the past 3 years for crimes they're guilty of on me. So, in an attempt, once again, to try to give me a criminal record, which I never previously had, that they lied about, along with the long psychological record in history, which I do not have, and needs to be proven. I've been consistent of what has taken place with me since the beginning, whom, how, and why. My damn body through this has been split. Like I said, I no longer have, my right lung is completely gone. I no longer have feeling on the right side of my chest. My right kidney is gone. And I want to say congratulations today. I am not going to show it, but I have been taking video and pictures of it. And ever since I got up this morning, I've been going to the bathroom a lot. And it has been nothing but pure blood. Both ends. My chest is being filled up with something. I get shit and piss going through my body from all of these bastards who are using the remote neuromonitoring on me. Their feces and urine. Yes, that's happening. So if I share DNA with any of these pieces of shit besides anyone in my direct family, there's going to be serious hell to pay. Make no mistake about this. I'm being used as a fucking puppet. I'm being used as a game by a bunch of very, very serious, dangerous people. The only thing I have done is reported crimes on me and what else was taking place. As a result, I became a victim. When this all started, I was asking for help with audio and video recording equipment to record my activities because what was happening to me, so there would not be accusations against me. I did not get it, so as a result, they had the remote neural monitoring, like I said, invasive surveillance. They see as I see, they hear as I hear, and they know I'm doing this right now. I've not had any feeling or stimulation on the right side of my head, probably for the past few months. I go through deforming on a daily basis. My identity theft is done, and because there has been so much damage done to me, I don't even feel my own true consciousness. Like I said, I have no stimulation in my head anymore, especially right on my right side. My skull's been split. I've shown it and proven it. I have videos on my YouTube channel as well, also proving stuff as well as what I've been showing here on YouTube or on Facebook. I have no feeling in my head except for that spot on the back of my head. I get electricity there, what feels like electricity. Sometimes it feels like a laser hitting it. And it burns like a son of a bitch. And then I'll start getting stuff going through me, and then that's when I'm start getting broadcasted through by all of these fucking low life pieces of shit garbage who are sitting back high. They are the drug traffickers on their crystal meth, on their crack, on their fentanyl, and the other garbage that they do. William Wooldridge is a serious heroin addict. He was told that he and I were switched at birth, being as serious delusional that he is, believes it. We are no relation in any way, shape, or form, you son of a bitch. He also thinks that he is my dad. I don't be thinking so, you low-life goof. But he also thinks he's Harry Potter too, and probably many others, because of him probably using remote neural monitoring on so many different people as well, and being in a permanent meth psychosis, and being such a drug addict, and being so psychotic is probably what's doing it to him. Blair Hardy, you are nothing but a serial killer. You are a sex offender. You're also involved as well with lacing the drugs here in NAPANEE to cause homicides through the addicts that buy your drugs, to make it look like just another person having a drug overdose that's an addict, but that's not the case. It's homicide being done with intent to make it look like it is just another addict overdosing through bad drugs, done with intent. How perfect crime is that, right, Blair Hardy? You are a sex offender. There's a woman that's now passed that lived here in Napanee, who passed from a fentanyl overdose, and I'm not gonna mention her name to bring ill will, but Blair Hardy is also guilty of attempted rape on this person. And it happened right here in this building, right down at a guy named Mike Gordon's. also. He is a rape hound. That's where he was also using this address to collect welfare, insurance thefts and frauds as well. They took out insurance policy on my mother as well and collected on it. This is what's going on with me, is how O.P.P human traffic. This is how they frame, and this is how they murder and get revenge retaliation on their victims here in NAPANEE with their co-offending, criminal negligent, co-committing, cover-up doctors at Lennox and Addington Community General Hospital, along with their street junkies and everybody else. Like I said, I'm the last of my bloodline. I no longer feel myself from being injured from this shit. This has nothing to do with any mental illness in any way, shape, or form either, and I'm not going to let it be made out to be as that. I've been consistent on this and whom, how, and why. I'm the victim of a very serious crime, and this is how they're getting away with it. And how too convenient that they are using these inmates and sex offenders and psychotic pieces of shit to do it. So they can claim they had no involvement. That's one of the reasons why STACEY actually left. There's more people in Kingston, and to further distance herself from her involvement in this and to try to have deniability while still guilty. Same with the ex-chief. But now he got promoted to a higher position, making him even more dangerous. And this has nothing to do with hate against police in any way, shape, or form, and I don't want anybody to think that. I do not hate police. I don't hate. Simple as that. To hate is to murder pretty much within your heart and mind, and I'm not about that, sorry. I do hate what people do in their actions, but I do not hate people. I'm being made out to be the criminal here and everything else, while I am the victim in this. I've done everything to try to get help over the past 3 years. Speaking of this, letting people know what is happening and proving it. And now I'm at the point today where I am going to the bathroom and it is nothing but blood. I'm getting what feels like air going through my body all the time. I get hypoxia in my head, which also gives brain cell death. I have what feels like a tube under my tongue now that comes up through the right side of over under by my scar on my chin and up around in this area. And then it comes to my chin and under my chin, and that's when I start getting what tastes like piss going through my mouth. And I also have something on the roof of my mouth inside. Causes a lot of pressure. My face is being deformed over to the opposite side. Right now there's something in my chin building up right in here. And like I said, this has nothing to do with mental illness or drugs. I do not do drugs. I am against them. I've lost too many friends and family from them. I did do them at one time. Not since 2012. I've had a couple slip-ups, but not since 2012 because I had an overdose, and I'm thankful I had it. That was my wake-up call. I became very spiritual. I was meditating. I was going out helping people, trying to help people. I was trying to, better myself as well. I had not been to a hospital or a doctor's in approximately 7 to 10 years prior to this because I was trying to better myself and learning how to heal myself. And then all of a sudden, after I was shot in the ear back in 2019, all my medical problems started, and that's when my falsified files started. After I got my CAT scan, and STACEY was there talking to Tatiana, then the lies, the time buying, the cover ups, and everything else against me for the past 3 years. Going to the hospital and by ambulance, even here, the ambulance checking me and saying that there's some serious heart shit going on and that I needed to go to the hospital and be checked to be safe. I told them there was nothing that was going to be done, and oh yeah, will they have to? I assured them no. Sure enough, it wasn't. I'm getting air going through me, through my body, through my chest right now. It feels like, and it actually feels like I'm gonna pass out. So I'm getting seriously dizzy, and I am going to sit down just in case. I'm having serious damage done to my kidneys as well. So congratulations to everybody involved, especially when I have to have my skull deformed like this on a serious deforming on a daily basis. Like I said, it feels like I have air going through my fucking body. And I've shown and proven the different faces and changes and deformings to me as well. Right now, mostly it is Tyler Lake and Jay VANALSTINE as well. And Tyler's probably hiding out right at his mother's. I'm being deformed to look like all of these different pieces of shit garbage while losing my own identity. And this also works like a hologram over top of me. They're basically using me as a second skin, a second body. And it's doing serious fucking damage to my insides. Well, I'm being accused of doing it. I don't harm myself. I love myself not enough to do that shit. So, you need to prove that accusation, STACEY and Tatiana. Lennox and Addington County General Hospital and the doctor's name exists just to co-commit crimes with the police here. This is how they get out of criminal civil lawsuits, plus the time buying and the arrest refusals, except for their victims, to criminalize them in an attempt to get out of crimes. I barely have any vision now on the right side of my head as well. In my right eye, it's gotten a whole lot worse. I'm glad I have an optometrist appointment next month because they're doing serious damage to my fucking eyes as well through this. I'm being used as a game and a pawn for speaking of police crimes through a bunch of psychotic pieces of shit and junkies through the remote neuro monitoring that they are using and passing around. This is why I show my tattoo on my hand all the time as well. is because of me going through these different fucking changes and my skull being deformed so damn much and having all of these different low lifes broadcasting through me from the remote neuro monitoring and me proving this tech exists and how it is used. It's also through cell phone, Wi-Fi, computer, while they're sitting at home using it on me. So it can be done through apps, which can be hidden through what is called EndoChat as well. Research it. This tech is being used for very, very seriously dangerous criminal reasons through police, through the doctors, and through their inmates who they will not touch and arrest. I have proof of watching these arrests done and being surrounded hands on guns by O.P.P to prevent it. And I've shown it. Anyway, this is how families are murdered and missing as well. This is the police are also involved. Human trafficking victims, identity thefts, financial thefts and frauds. Yeah, this is how they steal people's money as well. Commit financial thefts and frauds, forgeries. Isn't that right, Blair Hardy? Isn't that right, Billy Wooldridge, Tyler Lake, Jay VANALSTINE? This is how you're committing your fucking crimes. You're making $300 a day. You are getting all the free drugs of your choice because it's through Robert Kane Drug Cop and Spencer Mills Drug Cop. But you are also the bosses to these cops as well. Billy Wooldridge, allegedly Hells Angels Ontario chapter, captain or leader, whatever. Blair Hardy, allegedly Banditos, Ontario, captain or leader or whatever it is. I don't know about that stuff, so. My consciousness is pretty much gone. It feels like I have a tube now on the right side of my chest coming up. Like almost like a damn breathing tube in me now. I had no surgeries either prior to or after all of this happening. I had no neurological problems either prior to this happening. Like I said, I was mentally and physically doing good and fine. Meditating even sometimes 8 hours a day. So, and then all of a sudden this started, and like I said, me not being to a hospital or a doctor in almost 7 to 10 years prior to this, and then every time I would go to other hospitals, senior file, senior file, senior file. Okay, what the hell are you talking about? And being discriminated against and treatment refusals because of it. So it's kind of funny how me not being at one of these places for so long, they had this file against me. Compliments that Tatiana started through her girlfriend STACEY's bullshit lies, because after I got my CAT scans done November 2019 and she was there saying allegedly for me for anxiety and all this other crap over CT scans. I have no anxieties, and I certainly have no anxieties over CAT scans. That's for damn sure. That don't bother me in any way, shape, or form. That was 100% lie, along with the other bullshit she was telling. And everybody involved casting these lies against me, you all need to damn well fucking prove them. You're using your badges, positions, credentials, and not having to prove a damn thing while I am being seriously injured and being mutilated by a bunch of fucking drug addicts and psychotics through O.P.P are getting away with this. My identity's fucking being completely changed while my skull is being completely deformed on a daily basis. And me showing it and proving it, and it is being done through the remote neural monitoring on me and other shit in me. I've been saying whom, how, and why since the beginning. So, everyone named Blair Hardy, Tyler Lake, Jay VANALSTINE, Billy Wooldridge are guilty of murders, attempted murders, drug trafficking, sex offenders. You're pedophile pieces of shit. Spencer Mills, ex-chief, Shannon CORK, Robert, can fuck, can kill, can get away with it, money badge, family, town council here in NAPANEE. Lucas, 100% right. Robert Kane, Shannon CORK, SHELLEY, HAFFNER, HUFFNER, and STACEY. And then your doctors here. Telling Paladin Security the reason he kicked me out was because I was there causing problems. Bullshit. And that was done to help cover the crimes you are guilty of committing on me in your attempt to try to label me as the one causing the problems after me trying to have you arrested and charged for your crimes against me for 3 years and being stopped. So you co-conspire with O.P.P involved, and you do it to me. And that was done in an attempt to criminalize me, also because O.P.P needed my prints, my signature, and my photo, and everything else for this identity theft against me, and I will not be proven wrong for forgeries, framings, and frauds on me. Isn't that right? I won't be proven wrong on this. Well, you have to prove nothing. Tyler Lake, you are nothing but fucking garbage. Billy Wooldridge, you are nothing but garbage. Jay VANALSTINE, you are nothing but garbage. Blair Hardy, you are nothing but garbage. Ray, and everybody else I've named, you are all filth garbage. I'm the end of my bloodline, so I'm having a hard time even moving my damn neck. I'm getting clicking in my ears all the time, especially on my left side. And like I said, no surgeries prior to being shot in the ear by the ex-chief, and then all of this shit happening to me. So people need to be aware of it. They're false arresting as well. Anybody that's been arrested or charged by O.P.P here in NAPANEE, I would fight it, because they do false arrest their victims just to criminalize them, using their positions to be above suspicion of crimes they are committing against people. I've proven it. And they have doctors here they use to aid in helping them get out of these crimes, as well as the cops aiding them and getting out of crimes, all hands washing each other. Badges, positions, credentials. People seem to think that doctors do not kill people. Look at Hawkesbury. If you're going to be a doctor, what better position, profession, as well as a cop, to be above suspicion of the crimes you're committing, especially when you know you can use your badges, positions, and when it's being done against the poor, elderly, homeless, disabled, and even natives. Yes, you're guilty of human rights violations, medical right violations, my identity theft. Obviously, you're guilty of mass murder through this. You do realize this, you pieces of shit garbage. Because of me being into my bloodline, And this certainly has nothing to do with any kind of mental illness, and it's not going to be made to look like that as well. I do not hear voices. I do not have hallucinations. I do not think that I have no delusions. I don't think that I am somebody that I'm not. I don't have multiple personalities either, sorry. I am one person, but I do have many living through me criminal in a criminal way through very dangerous, very seriously dangerous tech that luckily a lot of people do not know about or aware about or will even take the time to research. This is how human trafficking is happening as well. This is how O.P.P are buying and selling their victims as well online. Because I was bought, I was sold through O.P.P for this revenge retaliation through these pieces of shit garbage that I've been naming since day one. Going to the hospital with my head swelled up with like a damn mushroom and being called a retard and told that I needed a head shrink, pun intended. Dr. Waldron laughing in my face over being sodomized and then saying he will not ever do anything to help me unless I see a psychiatrist first. Where the fuck did that come from? But that statement right then and there shows criminal medical negligence on your part in every way, shape, or form with intent to say that. And then Dr. Pritchard laughing and also trying to have me committed, reporting it to him because Barton didn't work, so reported it to Pritchard. And he called the cops and then tried to have me committed for having it happen. And because I'm a man and who it happened to, they're co-offending cops. And boss, Billy Wooldridge, they tried to have me committed for it, and I have it in writing. I was kidnapped May 27, 2021 under false pretenses through SHELLEY HAFFNER under incompetency bullshit, worried that I was not eating, which I eat fine. And if she's so worried about the way I was eating, why was this person not buying my food? But that was done just to shut me up in an attempt to shut me up, so I'm not showing and talking about what I've been showing and proving the whole time. My baby boy. My little puppy. I love this dog more than he knows. Here's my little baby right here. My runt. He is the son to my other dog, Chipper, that was killed 2 years ago through Wooldridge, the piece of shit. Back October 29th, 2020. And then 2 months later, because of the R&M use and causing cancer in my mother and everything else, she went December. And it was done with intent. Luckily, nobody in this town is untouchable or arrestable, no matter how much you can prove anything, so beware of this NAPANEE and anybody else. I'm gonna wrap this up. I just wanted to show that this is fucked. But be safe, everybody. Love all, hate none. This is how O.P.P traffic, frame, and successfully commit homicides and end bloodlines for revenge retaliation here in NAPANEE. So beware of this, especially poor, disabled, elderly. Watch your money around all of these people named as well. Your finances. Love all, hate none. One way or another, all you pieces of shit garbage will legally pay for what you've done to me. One way or another, somebody has to come in and arrest doctors and police, Billy Wooldridge, Blair Hardy, and all the other human trafficking garbage here in NAPANEE. This is a midsection in between Kingston, Toronto, and Ottawa, but also human trafficking happens in more ways than what people might think it does. So, and it is not just a female crime, it's a genderless and ageless crime. It happens to everybody, all ages. So beware of this. And with R&M being used as invasive surveillance on victims, they watch me piss, they watch me shit, they watch me do everything 24/7 through this. So beware of this. You might have it used on you and might not even be aware of it, thinking that there's something going on because of it, and thinking that it could be medical, thinking that you possibly are going crazy, but it's not that at all. So beware of this. Not saying that it is this used on you, but it could be. It's a possibility. So beware of it. And no, I'm not paranoid either, just because, and I don't think the world is out to get me. I'm not paranoid. I do not think because somebody is walking behind me that they are following me as well. So, these Shelly Haffners tried to use that bullshit on me. Alright. Love all, hate none. Be safe.